Welcome to Axum's Benefit Guides Overview, where we take a quick look at the tool that both drives and measures our service team, as well as many other things here at Axum. Now, before you can enter a benefit guide and take a look at all the tools in there and explore around a little bit, you have to talk to Freddie in the tech department to get you set up with a username and password. Once you do, you're going to have access to many of the things you're about to see. And since I've already talked to Freddie, I have the link, username, and password I need to log into the benefit guide system. Now, one thing I want to take a second to talk about here is that sometimes you may hear the benefit guide system referred to as Salesforce, and they're one and the same thing. It's like two names for the exact same idea. Where that comes from is that Salesforce is the company that, basically builds Benefits Guide. And as you can see in the login screen, their name's here. So sometimes we get them crossed up, but anytime you hear one or the other, they're referring to the same system, the one we track our service calls in. And once you have the correct username and password information in, all you have to do is click on Login, and you'll be inside the Benefits Guide system. After you've clicked Log On, you're going to land at the Benefits Guide homepage. This is where you can have access to all the different tools and features available in the system. And in this video, we're going to take a look at some of the things that are available to you and some of the things you may want to utilize. Because one of the best parts about Benefits Guide is that there's lots of different options and access points for doing lots of different things. Now, there's three main parts to the Benefits Guide system. There's the top toolbar, the left side toolbar, and the chatter area. And we're going to look at those in that exact order. So let's dive in. The top toolbar is a very standard website feature. All of the things you need located in the top toolbar where you can select and click down on what you're actually looking for. One of the most important ones to the service team is the accounts function. This is where we go and look up the companies to log a call to, change information, or whatever it is we have to do. Now, in this recent accounts area in the second part down here, these are the ones that you've recently been to that you can click on again and jump right back to. So if you have to close a call or add another call or what have you. Now, if it's not on this list, all you have to do is go up to View, and you have a way to narrow down your choices, or just choose All Accounts, and click Go, and it'll take you to a list of our complete accounts, which you can then scroll through, or use your little alphabet selector here to jump to something just a little bit faster. But if you need to go into a company and find out more information from them, log a call, look at their open calls, or what have you, this Accounts tab is just one of the ways you can access that. Another thing you want to be aware of is the New Accounts button that was both here and on the last page. If you need to create a new account, either of these buttons would suffice for clicking and being entered in the information for a new account. Now, one of the other sections on the top toolbar that I want to take time to point out is the Reports section. This is where the daily report comes, where that measures the number of calls each individual has taken as a member of the service team, how many of them are resolved, how quickly they were resolved, and all the data that comes along with that. It's literally where we measure our service performance from. Now, if you don't like going through and using a top toolbar because it's not specific enough for you, at the very end of the toolbar is a feature you just might like. The plus sign, by clicking on it, opens up all the tabs available to you and gets specific about the ones you might actually be looking for. So it's an easier way to find things if you just want to see a list, and it's alphabetical, so it might just be easier to locate some of the things you're looking for. On the top right-hand corner is where your profile and personal login information is, as well as where you can log out. And over here, this is one of the accesses to help and training videos that can tell you more about the system and may answer some of the questions you may have as you're going along. One of the other things you learn about there is what some of these other tabs do and why they may be important to your job. But let's say that neither the top toolbar nor this all tabs list is really what you're looking for when you want to use the system. Then the left side toolbar may just be for you. That toolbar is all about trying to shortcut things and get things done as fast as you can. That's why it has a recent items area, so you can jump back to things you were recently looking at, a shortcut area that allows you to build in shortcuts to the things that you go to frequently. Like for a service team member, unresolved items would be one of those things. It also has this Create New tab that allows you to create a number of new things, including a task or an account. So while we looked at a way to get to accounts and log in new from there, we could also create a new account from here as well. Now, let's say you actually wanted to create a new task in the system because you had to log a call for something you did for the service team. You'd click on Task, and that'll take you to the field where you can create a new task. So the first thing it does is it automatically assigns it to you because it knows you're in the system because you logged in. If you wanted to assign it to someone else, all you have to do is click on the magnifying glass, and that'll take you into a search field to look up someone else. So say I wanted to assign it to one of the Roddies, I could click on Go, and then once it pulls up the search for that, I could click on that and assign this task to them. However, I'm going to take care of this one. Now over here, it has related to the account and allows you to pick an account. And again, you just use that search function, and here here, it'll go and look up all accounts or ones you've recently used. So that's how we got the account in that it's assigned to. Now over in the subject, we put a short, clear subject in as to what the call was about, and we try to mark that same idea when we get down to the actual notes. Remember that we need these notes to be able that someone else could come in, look at the call, and understand it, but it doesn't necessarily need to be a book or a novel either. Now down below is where you can assign what the status is on here, whether it's in progress or it's completed, and then if there's any kind of priority if it were an emergency. Once those things are in, all you have to do is click on save, and it'll create your call task in the system. It will take you back to the previous screen you're on because the task has now been created and put over into the task area. If you want to go look at it, one of the easiest ways is to go to the actual account. So we go to the ATM account solutions by using the recent tab, and if we scroll down just a little bit past the primary information on the account, including things like the address and whatever we chose to enter in for this client, you'll find open activities, and sitting right there is the training call we just created. Note, you can create a new task from here as well, so it could be just as easy for you to go into an account, then go to the new task and create one from here. Now, if you want to make changes to it, all you have to do is click on edit, and we're right back into where we originally created it from. So I can put a note in here saying that we're all done, and then I can even from here change the call and complete it. By doing so, it'll no longer be an active open activity. It'll now be transferred down just as a part of a record of a service call that was put in, as you can see. Now, if I accidentally clicked on completed when I didn't mean to, I could always go back to edit, scroll down, and just change it back to in progress for any other reason, like I thought it was done and it wasn't. Or if I wanted to create a follow-up task that was related to this one, I can just simply go over and click on the training call itself, and here I can create a follow-up task that can be assigned to someone else or to myself as a reminder to finish up and follow through with this client. Now, the last feature we need to show you in Benefits Guide was back on the homepage right where we came in the center area, and it's called Chatter. This is basically a social media page very similar to Facebook where employees can go in and share various marketing materials, news, shout-outs, or what have you. So as you can see, I shared the profile activity that you completed as part of your intro training, and Nigel went in and shared a no-cost hour banking solution as a part of our marketing materials. Keep in mind, this is a great place for you to drop in a file, share a success, a victory, or like we said, shout out to someone on the team who's going above and beyond. And one of your assignments for this video is to go into Benefits Guide and post in Chatter. So get ready to experience it for yourself. And with that, we're basically done with the short overview of the Benefits Guide system. Now, if you want to learn more about performing different tasks in the system, how to do things, another link to how-to videos is in this bottom left-hand corner that you could take advantage of because there's a number of great videos that can get you even more familiar with the system. Now you can move on to any activities for the Benefits Guide video and move on to the next section